Dahlia shows Harry the Floros and refers to it as a cage of peace that can break through the walls of darkness. After holding up the Floros, Dahlia commands Harry to make haste to the hospital before it's too late. Dahlia promptly leaves, ignoring Harry's plea, as if his only purpose in Silent Hill is to follow her commands. Sadly, this sentiment isn't very far from the truth. Now, if we take a closer look at Dahlia for a moment from this cutscene, we can see that she is indeed chewing on something, or she has some sort of nervous twitch, and her eyes look really shifty. It really looks like Dahlia is high as a kite on White Claudia or PTV. And she's high in church, of all places, which is by far one of the biggest buzzkills ever. Dahlia must really have quite a ravenous addiction indeed. It's probably no coincidence that soon after Harry meets Dahlia, he comes to the police station and learns about the town's secret recreational industry, derived from the plant White Claudia, which is found only in this area. Up to this point in the game, the number 3 has been emphasized over and over. 3 keys for Eclipse are required to pass through the triple locked door and move forward to Midwich. An Eclipse requires not just 2, but 3 heavenly bodies, the sun, the moon, and the earth. The name Midwich itself is also a clue, since the root witch refers to a dwelling place, and the root mid refers to an intermediary. So Midwich Elementary represents the starting point for a place between 2 others, which again refers or infers the number 3. The threefold aspect of Harry's inner dimensions must be in alignment, and he must be pure in order to proceed with the ceremony. This is when Dahlia gives him the mysterious 3-pointed Floros. Harry is taking action to find Cheryl because he thinks and feels he is doing the right thing. This alignment of action, thought, and feeling signifies the alignment of the threefold aspect. The best way to understand the threefold aspect of being human is to consider what really constitutes the essence of a human being in the first place. If we are spiritual beings having a human experience in this life, as the ancient sages have said across all of human history, then who and what you are in this life most fundamentally is determined by your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. For better or for worse, the most powerful among us are those human beings whose thoughts, emotions, and actions are all in alignment or agreement with each other. Such beings rarely experience disharmony within themselves, or if they do, it is often reconciled in short order, which is to say, how you feel and what you think or believe should not be at odds with how you choose to act. Your words should not betray what you really think, how you really feel, or the actions you take in the world. Without saying too much more about the Floros quite yet, when Dahlia shows Harry this magical item, it means that the first phase of rituals, which are intended to unite the 3 aspects into one, culminating in this ceremony at the Balkan Church, stands as a confirmation that Harry is in alignment with himself and is pure of heart. After Harry emerges from Midwich, undeterred by such a horrific experience, because he will do anything to save his daughter, including risking his own life. It's at this point that Dahlia knows that Harry is pure, and so it is why she gives him the Phlaros, because only he can properly use it, whereas she cannot. Exactly why this is the case in terms of ritual magic will be examined later on in this video. With his commencement ritual completed, Harry moves on to the second phase. This part of the game, beginning in Alchemia Hospital, is ruled by the number 4. We are going to see the number 4 come up again and again in some very significant ways. Shortly after Harry enters Alchemia Hospital, he meets Dr. Michael Kaufman. Dr. Kaufman greets Harry by shooting at him. Curiously, the shot is made at point-blank range, and somehow Harry avoids it completely. Here, take a look at this. I mean, you couldn't be any closer. It is likely that the Phlaros is providing Harry with some protection, as Dahlia has quite a lot invested in his success. Just like we were shown with Dahlia's strange behavior, it appears that the paranoid and trigger-happy doctor may also be totally whacked out on Claudia or PTV as well. The term PTV, which references the experimental art group known as Psychic TV, sounds quite similar to PCP, otherwise known as angel dust, which is a white crystalline powder in its pure form with a powerful dissociative hallucinogenic effect. Harry asks the doctor what is going on in this town, and the doctor responds, "I really can't say." This doesn't seem to be a truthful statement given Kaufman's involvement with Dahlia Gillespie. He is likely suspicious of this strange man for obvious reasons. Dr. Kaufman tells Harry, "You and I both know creatures like that don't exist," to which Harry agrees. This statement further confirms these emanations of Alessa are more and more beginning to envelop the town. Dr. Kaufman also mentions that something's gone seriously wrong, as if he is aware that things haven't gone according to plan. Naturally, Dr. Kaufman doesn't know quite what to say in response to Harry losing his daughter and the fact that his wife died years ago. But it seems as if Dr. Kaufman is uncomfortable for other reasons, rather than just the awkward subject matter. After all, he is a doctor, and doctors have to confront these sorts of things all the time. Not that it makes it any easier to deal with, of course. But Kaufman's bedside manner or social skills leave a lot to be desired.